take your tail, this is how you put your first chain on the hook, put your tail like that, bring the yarn over your finger and over the left of your tail, up and over the right, wrap it around your finger, and then you just want to lift this over there, and that would be your first, but it's easy undone. So do that once more. You've got your tail there, wrap it round. You want to bring your yarn over to the left of your tail, take that over to the right of your tail, over your finger, bring that over, and that's your first stitch. There you go, you tighten it on there, and this is your little tail that you'll weave in later on, so you won't see that hanging down, but this just lets you know where you're starting off with. Now we're going to do a chain. There's several ways of holding the hook, several ways of holding the yarn, and everyone finds one that's more comfortable. Some people hold it a little bit like a pen. I haven't quite mastered that yet. It doesn't feel comfortable to me at all, as you can see. So we're going to do that one. I prefer to hold it like this. So my thumb goes in the groove, or on here, on the flat panel, on there. This part goes in there. For some people who prefer to hold it like that. It's just working out which one feels most comfortable for you. There's several ways to hold the yarn. Some people wrap it around the finger and straight up like that. Some people wrap it around several times. I've seen people wrap it around the thumbs. It's really just a way of finding out which one you prefer. So I prefer to roll it around my little finger, up through there, and then this is my guide finger, and you hold it with your thumb and your middle finger. So you've got your first one on the hook there. To start your chain, you do what they call yarn over, which would be to pull the yarn over. I actually put the hook under, which is the exact same thing, but on any patterns that you read, they will use the word yarn over. So you yarn over, twist down, and you pull through your stitch. So that's your first chain on the hook. Again, yarn over, twist the hook down to catch the yarn, pull through your stitch. You've now got two on the hook. Yarn over again, twist the hook to catch the yarn, pull through your hook. That's three. I'm going to do 4, do 5, oops, back in, 6. It's quite hard to work with the bamboo hooks sometimes. They don't have a sharper hook on the end. Number 8, 9, and that should be 10. So we'll count that. You can pull that along a little bit so you don't count the loop that is on your hook. So we've got 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I show you that, you can see it lies flat. This loop here is the loop that's on the hook. You don't count that. This is your first stitch, first chain, second chain, third chain, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, that's your 9th, and this last one here is your 10th. This is where your stitch markers come in quite handy as well. If you wanted to, you can put a stitch marker just in there so you know that's your first stitch. Okay, I'm going to do that again using the thinner yarn and the smaller hook as well, so you can see the difference in how big it is. So again, we're going to do our first stitch. We'll have the tail hanging down. We'll bring the yarn over to the left, grab your tail, wrap it over to the right, lift this one over your finger, and that's your first stitch. Tighten it, and that's your tail hanging down. Again, wrap the yarn whichever way is most comfortable for you. Sometimes when it's a thinner yarn like this, I wrap it around my little finger, then around that one, and then that way because it just helps you to secure it a little bit more. We'll look at the tension of the chain here as well, because you can hold, if I wrapped it like that, you would be holding the yarn very, very tightly. That would mean your chains would be very tight. You can see it's quite hard to actually get the hoop through because you're actually doing them a little bit too tight. You can also do them quite slack, which would have a knock-on effect of the entire project that you're working on. Again. So if you've done them a bit too slack, you could have very big chains, and you can see they aren't even. That's quite a small chain, that's quite a big chain in there, and then that one again, that would be even bigger. So you have to be careful of exactly what your tension is, but it is something you just practice over and over. I've done so many chains when I first started. So I'm going to do yarn over, pull through, that's one, yarn over, pull through, that's two, yarn over, pull through, that's 3, 4, 5, over here, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So just to show you the difference in that, so you have here, that's your 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you have your 10 here. You can see a completely different sizes, and that's the difference between using such a thick chunky yarn. It's just easier to learn in this when you're first starting. So there you go.